TryJoyBox.com is giving away 1 million free custom songs to celebrate 1 million incredible moms. Just share a few memories, and JoyBox produces an original track and greeting card just for her instantly. It's the most personal gift you'll ever give, and right now it's completely free. Make mom the star of her own song at TryJoyBox.com. 1 million songs, $0, only at TryJoyBox.com.
The games are over, so there's only one thing left to do. Overreact. The NFL Draft Nerd is here to weave through the world of sports and separate fact from fiction. Get involved. The call-in line's open at 864-240-5480. You can tweet us, we don't call it X, at the NFL Draft Nerd. Now, here's that creed-loving, bird-fearing, football lunatic, Jeremy Green.
Oh, it's another Monday. We're counting down the weeks, the days, the hours until we have football again. The NBA playoffs are going on. Trey, how much of that deliciousness have you enjoyed?
As far as watching, I'm not a big basketball guy. You talk about football not being on. You got Saturday coming up. You got the UFL. You got the Battle Hawks and the.
I mean, in a list of things that I would watch, Kathy Bates' Matlock. No doubt. I would binge watch that entire series before I would watch a series of UFL football. Pass. When Dorian Thompson-Robinson is the highlight, when he's the highlight of your week, that tells me your league is not very good.
Hey, he killed it in preseason like 2 years ago.
You know what we do here? It's all football all the time. We're talking college. We're talking pro. What's happened in the offseason, your teams, all the things. You get in touch with the show. Call-in lines open 864-240-5480 or text us 864-777-9593. The year Trey was born and the year that probably somebody else was born.
That tracks, yes.
93?
93, yeah.
Look at me.
Look at you. Good
Remembering job. It's crazy when I don't have to travel between Asheville and Greenville and I can just sleep here, get a little night's sleep, get a little rest in. The brain batteries are clicking on all cylinders. This is officially the dead period of the NFL offseason where everything you hear should be taken with an absolute grain of salt.
Yep.
Diego Pavia, please do not ask me that question. I do not want to hear his name ever again. I don't even think the Baltimore Ravens knew what they were doing when they brought that kid in.
Oh, man. Yeah, that shocked me. I saw that news come through and I was like, all right. Go for it.
Would you like to take a stab at how much guaranteed money he got to sign with the Baltimore Ravens?
Guaranteed? Mm-hmm. Undrafted?
Most undrafted guys. I mean, you'll get a bonus of some kind. Yeah. I think the Dame Tucker got $325,000 to sign with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Sure. Yeah. I was going to say Diego Pavia. I was going to say somewhere around 300, maybe.
Put it this way. I left my water outside the studio. Diego Pavia's bonus would not have bought my water because I hate to go full Tim Meadows ladies man. We're going to have to take your car because mine doesn't exist. Nothing. $0.
Really?
And yet, I cannot go anywhere without somebody asking me, you think Diego Pavia's going to make the Baltimore Ravens? No, I don't. If he makes their practice squad, he should consider himself lucky.
Yeah.
We have playoff hockey on the television. I will say, I don't know squat about hockey, but I have enjoyed watching it.
Hey, Penguins were doing right. They mounted a little bit of a comeback. What's the mascot for for Philadelphia?
What is his name?
Anyways, threw a penguin off the top, rafters there into the ice. That was cool.
I have enjoyed the hockey a lot. I have really not enjoyed the basketball all that much.
Yeah.
Because here's what I've learned about basketball. There's one really good team. That's the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Right.
There are a handful of average teams that can beat each other on any given night. And then there is a just 10-pound, 8-mile pile of garbage I watched the Celtics and the Sixers the other night, and I kept hearing, look how great it was. Wasn't this great basketball? No. There are a lot of words that I could use to describe what happened there. Great is not one of them.
Where do you put the Spurs? Yeah,
The Spurs are a slightly entertaining sideshow.
Yeah,
because they have a 7'6" guy that shoots threes and can block shots from the 3-point line from the basket.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that's enjoyable to watch. I'm not going to tell you it's not. But in terms of, am I sitting here making the NBA appointment television?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. The Denver Nuggets, who to me are the most entertaining team in NBA basketball, they were eliminated.
Yep. Yeah.
Nikola Jokic, he got to go home.
Got to go watch the horses. Go watch horse race.
I've got to go home. Must feed the horses. Love that guy.
I do too.
Other than that, I don't really care. You get into Oklahoma City, yeah, they're good. They're probably going to win another NBA title.
Yep.
Do I need to watch it? No, sir, I don't. Major League Baseball does less than nothing for me.
Yeah.
I just don't care. I actually have thought about doing social media content where I take a microphone into downtown Greenville and go, I will give you $1 for every active Major League Baseball player you can name.
Ooh.
I don't think I'd break 100. I think I could do this 50 times. I don't think I would ever get to the point where I went, oh, I got the strip club bundle and now I'm out of dollars.
Yeah.
I got 100 singles and I didn't have 100 names.
Paul Skeens, O'Neill Cruz, and Connor Griffin. I think they play for the Pirates. That's all I know.
I was about to say, two of those names you could have 100% made up. They could have been in the last Paul Rudd movie, and I'd have gone, yeah, let's go, Pirates.
Yeah, I love Vince Vaughn. He's great. He plays for the Phillies.
One of them's dating that little gymnast girl. I don't know her name, but I see her on TikTok a lot.
Yeah.
She's very popular on the InstaFace. We actually got popular on the InstaFace.
Yeah.
21 million impressions around the NFL draft.
That's crazy.
21 million people looked at me, Trey, Tank, all the people associated with us and went, that guy. I want to do that. And we appreciate all of you for it. But we're here to talk about what has gone right, what has gone wrong.
Yeah.
If you want an honest assessment of your team, if you want to talk about college football, I've been itching to talk about college football. Programming note, I made it 9 days. If anybody had the pool open of how many days can Jeremy go without doing a 2027 mock draft?
9 days.
It took 9 days because I did it today.
What's the record?
9 days. I think last year I made it 3.
3?
Because I was so distraught with what the Jets did.
Well,
I didn't really love what Washington did. So I'm just sitting here going, I need a reason to be happy. Mock drafts make me happy. Here we go. I did make it 9 days.
Put your seatbelts on and get ready for the ride.
But tomorrow, 2027, never too early mock draft with way too many quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But a big story developing in the college football world that we have not had the chance to really talk about here.
Right.
There is a quarterback. If you are a quarterback needy team, he might have a touch of a problem, but he could be your solution as a starting quarterback. His name is Brandon Sorsby.
Yeah.
Texas Tech spent $5 million to get him to play quarterback for them next year. Only one problem. He really likes DraftKings a lot. Thousands of wagers.
It was like 20 a day, wasn't it, at one point?
It was a lot. The way it was phrased to me was that it was binge wagering, which I like to call that chasing your losses. Because as somebody, I do live in a state where gambling is legal.
Sure.
I do it quite often. And I will tell you, if you look at my number of tickets, every time the number of tickets goes up, the number of losses is probably pretty high too. Because I'm going, it's $500. If I feel good about this one, I'm down 5. I make 5. We're back to even.
Right.
We're back in the ball game. That tends to be how that goes. I also find it funny that the NCAA just never crossed their minds. We're just going to roll over and die. We're going to let these guys get paid.
Right.
A lot of them are in states where sports betting is illegal, but I'm sure they won't do that. And the reason that I know they never thought about that, there is absolutely nothing in the rules. Art Schleister, was an Ohio State quarterback back in 84, 82.
Okay.
He bet on Ohio State games. He was banished to the NFL you go. They haven't updated the betting rules in college football since then. They are literally from the early 80s. And so now Sorsby has taken Tom Brady's Deflategate lawyer and said, hey, you got Tom off for underinflating his projectiles.
Right.
I'm in the Bible Belt. I got to be careful how I say that. You'll get me off for this. Well, Brandon, let me go ahead and tell you. I know these laws pretty well.
Yeah.
No, he won't. I don't care if he read Johnny Cochran's book 50 times. He is not getting you out of this.
Yeah.
Which means, where does Brandon Sorsby go now? Do you know the answer to that?
Well, I imagine if they haven't been updated since the 80s, it's probably similar, right? They just kick him to the NFL, or I mean, he's obviously going to rehab. I know that.
He did. I would love to know. I mean, this is not me being dismissive. This is kind of like when Tiger Woods said, I'm a sex addict. No, you're someone who likes the act that got caught. There is a huge difference between those two things.
Yeah.
You are not really addicted to anything. Now, Brandon Sorsby, I don't really think he's addicted to anything. There is reasonable wagering, which is probably what he did. He just was using insider information. Now, one of the things that's always blown my mind, why is it not okay for the quarterback at Texas Tech to do this, but it's perfectly okay for me to do this? I probably have as good of an information on his team as he does,
right,
if not in some cases better. Nobody cares that I do it. I'm not a moralist here. I'm not looking at this kid going, oh, what did you do? Here's what I am doing. I'm looking at a quarterback that, had he been in this draft class, I would have had him easily ahead of Ty Simpson. He would have been knocking on Fernando's door. I don't think I would have had him over Fernando. The 1 year bothers me, but Fernando was special.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a special prospect. He just had a really special year, and it would be hard for me to put Sorsby over that.
Sure, I get that.
He would have easily been ahead of Ty Simpson. He would have easily been ahead of Garrett Nussmeier. Well, now he goes into a thing called the supplemental draft. The supplemental draft doesn't happen every year. A lot of people remember this with Terrell Pryor, Rob Moore. There have been a handful of Josh Gordon.
Okay.
Usually this happens because a guy does something in the spring and he gets kicked off his team. And as opposed to making him wait to enter the next NFL draft, he has basically eclipsed his eligibility. Can't transfer anywhere else because he was on the roster.
Right.
So you've already burned that year. He has no more eligibility left. So they have a special draft. It's called the supplemental draft. Usually happens in July. It's kind of fun in that they never tell you when it is. Just one day.
Just pop up. Yeah.
We're going to have a supplemental draft today. Who's in it? Don't know. These four guys. Are they any good? Don't know. You tell us. Every once in a while, one of them selected. The last time a player this good was in it would be probably Terrell Pryor. We probably haven't had one this good since him. It was much more common back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
Chris Carter was a supplemental draft pick.
Yeah.
Because he had gotten caught. I think he had it was an arrest or something at Ohio State. He got kicked off the team. He wound up getting selected.
Okay.
So now the question that I've been asking, I've been off since we got done with draft grades last week. The question I've been asking people around the league is, where's this kid going to go in a supplemental draft?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
So the way it works is you go the previous year's draft order. So the Raiders will have the first pick, the Jets will have the second pick, the Arizona Cardinals have the third pick, on and on and on. No trades. So like 13th pick is Atlanta's, not LA's.
Uh-huh.
And they go one by one. Do you have a player you want to select in the first round of the supplemental draft? No. Then you go to the second round. Do you have a player you want to select in the second round? No. But you can't hear what other people say. So if you say yes, it's blind draw. You will say, yes, I'm willing to select Brandon Sorsby in the third round. That is the round that I've been told.
Yeah.
Whoever is the highest in the pecking order that said, we'll take him in the third round, they get him. I will make a bet with you right now. If this happens, and I'm 99.9% sure it's going to happen, there are no less than 10 teams in the NFL that'll submit a third-round claim on this kid. He would have been a second-round, maybe back into the first draft pick in the 27 draft.
So does that? So when you say the third round, like it would be like he's selected in the third round of the 2020. Does it just fall to the 2026, or is he treated as a third rounder?
He's treated as a 2027 third rounder. So let's say the Jets win this, because they're a team. I'll go ahead and tell you they will submit a claim, and I think they're probably where he would end up. If you submit a third round claim, you lose your third round pick next year.
Gotcha.
They take your
All
selection.
Right. Gotcha.
So basically, you're just taking your pick early.
Gotcha. Okay.
This kid could start for at least 5 teams in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
The New York Jets are probably one of them. I think he would sit behind Geno Smith to start.
Sure.
But as and obviously, me being the draft nerd, I sat around watching a lot of quarterback tape over the last week.
Mm-hmm.
The more I watch Brandon Sorsby, the more I go, yeah, you're going to change some stuff, and nobody's talking about you. And I don't know why. That kid entering in this way, it can upset the apple cart so much, and let me explain to you how. I am a lifelong diehard New York Jets fan.
Mm-hmm.
The Cade Klubnik thing, it's a 4th-round pick.
Right.
They wanted to throw a dart because they wanted a young quarterback.
Sure.
They did not have a backup quarterback. They still do not have a backup quarterback. It could be Russell Wilson, but I've heard he's debating between the Jets or television. You're not going to play.
Yeah, no.
It's going to be Geno Smith until it's not. If he gets hurt, Russ would come in. If those two things don't pan out and this team's sitting at 1-7, then Cade Klubnik probably gets a shot. I don't think it's going to go particularly well.
Yeah.
But you want a young quarterback to have some reason, productive reps that could be building to something.
Sure.
The Jets taking this kid in the 4th round means virtually less than nothing. If Brandon Sorsby winds up going to the Jets, do you know what that means? It means the Jets will have 3 first-round picks in next year's class, and they don't need a quarterback. Which means if they're as bad as many of us think, they can leverage the league on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th pick in the draft,
right,
knowing there are going to be some hammers in this class.
Yeah.
22. That's the number. I got to 22 players in next year's class that would have had top 5 grades in this class. That's how much better. And everybody said, oh, well, every year the draft class is better, and it's always going to be 9 quarterbacks. No, it's not. Go ahead and listen to it. Not hard to find at the Sportsocracy. You can go back and hear what I said. I do not love this quarterback class. I do not love Cade Klubnik. I do not love a handful of others. And the ones I did like didn't come out.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's where this differs from 26 to 27. This year, you can't avoid it because the vast majority of these guys are either so good. Jeremiah Smith, wide receiver at Ohio State. There's a cornerback at Notre Dame. There's another cornerback at Georgia. There's an edge rusher at Texas, Colin Simmons. There's an edge rusher at South Carolina.
Dylan Stewart.
I wanted to call him Dylan Sampson. I was like, nope, that's a running back for the Browns. Those are all elite prospects.
Yeah.
The New York Jets could literally leverage the league Kevin Costner style in draft day if they take Brandon Sorsby, if they fall in love with it. Now, you do have to love the tape.
Sure.
And it's fine. I'm not jumping up and down about it. I don't think it's the greatest thing I've ever seen, but I think it's not a bad idea to grab a lottery ticket at your local gas station. I had $100 in my pocket. If this cashes out, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. It's what the Jets would be doing. It's what, in theory, the Arizona Cardinals could do. Problem is they took Carson Beck in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you did it, but you did. This is the story that no one is talking about, and I, for the life of me, can't figure out why. The NCAA has a weird habit of pulling the bunny out of the box. Trinidad Chambliss. I said it 1,000 times. I do not see any way he gets this overturned to where he can come back to Ole Miss.
Right.
Guess where he's playing in the fall? Ole Miss. Because he found a judge that gave him what he wanted, and he ran back to Ole Miss. I can't tell you that somewhere there's not a judge that Brandon Sorsby could get in front of that's going to have sympathy on him.
Right.
The problem is that I don't think that sympathy is just going to be, nope, you're good. I think it's going to be, oh, you're suspended 10 games. That doesn't work.
Right.
10 games leaves 2 in the regular season. Then I have to try to come in here, commandeer the ship, and lead this team through the college football playoff.
Yep.
I'd rather just go to the NFL. That's every path that I can get to the end of this. It all leads the same way. If this kid ends up in a supplemental draft and he becomes the biggest story of the offseason and no one's talking about it, it's very interesting to me, and it could have a lot of influence on the NFL. Tonight, we're talking your NFL teams. Do you like what your team did in the offseason? Do you hate it? Are you upset? Did you love your draft class? Did you hate it? Whatever you want to talk about with your teams, hit us up. Call in lines 864-240-5480. That's 864-240-5480. Or hit us with a text 864-777-9593. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Green, and this is Overtime on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate, brought to you by Ingles Markets.
Class of 2026, it's your year. Celebrate the music that fueled late night crams, hallway hangs, and every unforgettable moment with iHeartRadio's Ultimate Class of 2026 playlist. The soundtrack to your senior year and beyond. But we didn't stop there. Whether you graduated in 95, 05, or just last year, we've got a playlist for your class too. Search Class of and the year you graduated on the free iHeartRadio app and relive your glory days, one song at a time.
To everyone looking for a little something extra, Delicious Rewards has officially arrived at Culver's.
With Delicious Rewards, you earn 10 points for every $1 you spend. Those points can be redeemed for free menu items. Because the more you enjoy Culver's, the more we love rewarding you for it. You'll even get special treats every now and then just for being a fan, plus a more personalized Culver's experience. Join today at culvers.com/earn and start earning points with every purchase.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps home buyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at truist.com/make your move. Truist.com/make your move. Or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist Bank is an equal housing lender.
Everybody knows Shaq, but off camera, he's just a regular guy.
People never believe me when I say I'm just like them. I take out the trash, do dishes, and I struggle with moderate obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. And a lot of adults with obesity also struggle with moderate to severe OSA. You know those scary breathing interruptions during sleep, the loud snoring, choking, and daytime fatigue? I knew I had to talk to my doctor. Don't sleep on the symptoms. Learn more at don'tsleeponosa.com.
This information is provided by Lilly, a medicine company.
Most Mother's Day gifts end up in a drawer, but a song lives in the heart forever. This year, TryJoyBox.com is giving away 1 million free custom songs to celebrate 1 million incredible moms. Just share a few memories, and Joybox produces an original track and greeting card just for her instantly. It's the most personal gift you'll ever give, and right now, it's completely free. Make mom the star of her own song at TryJoyBox.com. 1 million songs, $0, only at TryJoyBox.com.
At Target, finding something for every kind of mom and every side of mom just got easier. Does she love fashion? Take 20% off select women's clothing and accessories and find a dress she'll love to wear. Is she into the outdoors? Freshen up her favorite spot with up to 40% off planters, pillows, and poofs. Or keep it classic, fresh tulips for just $12 and a Dossier fragrance trio for $32. Whatever mom is into, we've got it. Celebrate mom her way, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
We're back from downtown Greenville. Lovely North Main Street here in Green Bay. I'm glad to be back. Feel like I hadn't been here in a while.
You've been busy.
Draft, all the other things. Then, you get to May, and I just kind of look around like Will Smith in that meme of, hey, where'd everybody go? My phone doesn't ring nearly as much now as it did 2 weeks ago.
You actually surprised me. I walked in and you were here, and I was my first thought was, what's he doing here? Because I hadn't seen you. I'm so used to doing it over like you're in Asheville or whatever, like via remote. You walked in, I was like, oh.
Well, we're actively working to put a studio in one of those Appalachian motor coach buses.
Oh, really?
I'll be able to do a show from anywhere. You might never see me again.
I don't blame
me.
you.
Playing Where in the World is Carmen Santi Fat Boy? If you need recreational transportation, Appalachian Motor Coach. They were our transportation to the draft. They were also at the George Strait concert at Clemson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, our driver, Eddie, who is...
I love Eddie.
Oh, Eddie's the best. Everybody loved Eddie. And you want to know why everybody loved Eddie? Let me spin you a little yarn. If you've ever been around Clemson, you know that the parking is not a hoot. That gigantic bus is borderline untowable. I know that. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie also knew that. So he took a big group of George Strait fans to the concert and went, I don't have a parking pass. I'm going to park on that sidewalk right there. And he did. And he just, boom, up there.
Yeah.
I am taking care of my clientele. He sent me a picture of it, and I went, I know where that is. That's on the way to the stadium. He went, yes, it is. The van is doing its best Zachariah Branch impersonation. It's not moving.
Yeah.
And he may have left a note that said, tow it if you can. Because you can't, and I know you can't. Because it's not physically possible. So I put on the parking brake, and it's not going to move. And that, we salute you, Eddie. We have a text on the text line. It's just that easy to get in touch with us, 864-777-9593. Or hit us with a phone call, 864-240-5480. Here on Overtime, brought to you by Ingles Markets. Everybody eats, and you should all be eating from Ingles Markets.
That's right.
I was there just yesterday. Got some delicious shrimp on sale.
Ooh.
Nice little steak on sale.
I hear you.
Amy and I's anniversary is today.
Oh, happy anniversary.
8 years ago this time. She was just realizing that she had been set up on a blind date.
With one Mr. Green.
That she did not know was a date until several days later. And then she went, oh, wait. I believe that was a date. Coffee's for closers. I take mine with 2 creams. The text on the text in line from our buddy Soaring Eagle said, hey, guys, just got done with my Dynasty 2 PPR IDP. That's a lot of abbreviations. League rookie draft. I have attached the scoring along with my draft, had the board played out. Want you two to grade it. Okay. So you got Jadarian Price at 9. That's wild. That's really high. Looks like Casey Concepcion. No. Sorry, I'm looking at this wrong. You got Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Malachi Fields, Antonio Williams, Chris Bell, Chris Brazil. That's solid. I mean, it would be a lot more solid if I wasn't looking at Jadarian Price going at 9, which I'm still dumbfounded by.
Yeah.
Because Seattle has one running back that has a pulse, and it's him. I don't think I've ever disliked a prospect as much and liked them as much for fantasy as I do Jadarian Price. Because I routinely said that kid's third-round pick if he's anything.
Yeah.
He goes at the end of 1. Okay. That tells me Seattle disagrees with me, which means he's about to see a bajillion touches.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in terms of the defensive guys, Caleb Downs and Sonny Styles, if I were a betting man in anything that doesn't just grossly reward sacks, I'd say it's probably the 2 high-scoring defensive rookies. So I'd say you killed it. The receivers, you took 4 shots, and I'm fine with that. I don't love Malachi Fields. I don't love Antonio Williams. I like Chris Bell. I just don't like where he landed. Let's say it again.
I said I like Jacoby Lane.
I like Jacoby Lane. I like where he landed, too.
Yeah.
It's funny. You know, Baltimore always tends to be the spot where you go, hey, I really like that kid. Where'd he go? Baltimore.
Yep.
Of course he did.
Yep.
It's just what we do. It's also why it's so hard for us to look at some of these teams that have really helped themselves over the course of the NFL offseason, because some of them have fooled us, but so many times. The New York Jets had the best draft. Yeah, but they're the Jets.
Right.
We've done this before. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson in the same first round, and you got Breece Hall in the second round. Sweet. Two of those guys are already gone. The only two left are Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
And Breece Hall wants a new deal that they don't seem inclined to give him. But yeah, you did a really good job selecting players.
Right.
The problem is they didn't wear your jersey for very long. So after the break, we're going to discuss who are the winners, who are the losers, and what is nobody talking about. Because to me, there are some teams that have taken a wildly interesting tack to the offseason. I'll start with the Arizona Cardinals. How many running backs is too many running backs? How committed do you have to be to a running back room before we on the whole can look at you and go, I don't like what you're doing there?
Yeah.
Used a high 3 on Trey Benson just 2 years ago. You still have James Conner.
Uh-huh.
Added Jeremiah Love.
Right.
Signed Tyler Algier.
Oh, I forgot they got Algier.
How many teams do you know that play legitimate snaps with 4 running backs? It's 0.
Done? Yeah.
It's 0 because that doesn't make any sense. I have every right to say I don't love that. We put out draft grades for every team in the NFL last week, and guess what? I heard a lot of things, some of which don't make any sense. One thing that I love, when fan bases get absolutely radicalized about a player that has never done a thing. We have a handful of those. I'll tell you who they are after this commercial break. You're in overtime. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Green. This is 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate, brought to you by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
Class of 2026, it's your year. Celebrate the music that fueled late night crams, hallway hangs, and every unforgettable moment with iHeartRadio's Ultimate Class of 2026 playlist. The soundtrack to your senior year and beyond. But we didn't stop there. Whether you graduated in 95, 05, or just last year, we've got a playlist for your class too. Search Class of and the year you graduated on the free iHeartRadio app and relive your glory days, one song at a time.
To everyone who thinks bold burgers are worth celebrating, let our team member Isabe tell you about the Colby Jack Pub Burger at Culver's.
I could talk about this pub burger all day, but our guests said it best.
This is the best pub burger. That sauce, so good.
That's why it's back now for a limited time. Fresh beef, Wisconsin Colby Jack cheese, crispy onions, and zesty A1 pepper mayo. Let us make one for you at Culver's.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps home buyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at truist.com/make your move. Truist.com/make your move. Or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist Bank is an equal housing lender.
With VerboCare, help is always ready, before, during, and after your stay. We've planned for the plot twists, so support is always available. Because a great trip starts with peace of mind.
Everybody knows Shaq, but off camera, he's just a regular guy.
People never believe me when I say I'm just like them. I take out the trash, do dishes, and I struggle with moderate obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. And a lot of adults with obesity also struggle with moderate to severe OSA. You know those scary breathing interruptions during sleep, the loud snoring, choking, and daytime fatigue? I knew I had to talk to my doctor. Don't sleep on the symptoms. Learn more at don'tsleeponosa.com.
This information is provided by Lilly, a medicine company.
Chipotle Honey Chicken is back at Chipotle. Step into summer with fresh grilled chicken, spicy Chipotle peppers, and the perfect touch of pure honey. Chipotle Honey Chicken. It's taking heat and sweet to a whole new level. Back for a limited time. Order now in the Chipotle app for pickup or delivery.
Wait, did you hear? TryJoyBox.com is giving away 1 million free custom songs for Mother's Day. Your memories turned into a real song and a greeting card for Mom. Claim your free song before the million are gone at TryJoyBox.com. That's TryJoyBox.com.
You've got the apps for sharing pics.
You've got the apps for making playlists.
You've got the apps for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m.
But if you don't have the iHeartRadio app,
you're missing the boat. Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news.
Live play-by-play, endless music and podcasts just for you.
The iHeartRadio app completes your entertainment lineup. Download the #1 radio app.
The free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
At Target, finding something for every kind of mom and every side of mom just got easier. Does she love fashion? Take 20% off select women's clothing and accessories and find a dress she'll love to wear. Is she into the outdoors? Freshen up her favorite spot with up to 40% off planters, pillows, and poofs. Or keep it classic. Fresh tulips for just $12 and a Dossier fragrance trio for $32. Whatever mom is into, we've got it. Celebrate mom her way, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Injuries don't wait, and neither should you. Visit Kona Orthopedic Urgent Care and Walk-In Clinic located in Spartanburg, Duncan, and Greenville Monday through Saturday for expert treatment of bones, joints, and muscles. Kona, the upstate's top choice for total quality care, offers orthopedic surgery, neurosurgery, sports medicine, and pain management all under one roof. Injuries don't wait, and neither should you. Visit Orthopedic Urgent Care and Walk-In Clinic, located in Spartanburg, Duncan, and Greenville. Full list of services and physicians online at cona.care.
You're in overtime, 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Green at the NFL Draft Nerd. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at the Sportsocracy on all the other social medias. Or the NFL Draft Nerd if for whatever reason you want to see pictures of me and my family. I'm not sure. That happens from time to time, and I go, but there's a show page where we talk about sports.
But we want to see the human. We want to see Jeremy.
I do. But that doesn't exist. I'm the same person that shed a tear at the draft, and the two girls that work for me went, he's going to rust. We should take care of that.
Wait, you shed a tear at the draft?
Fireball's a fun thing.
Oh, okay.
That's in the post-draft diet. I'm not allowed to have any of that, which is probably a very good thing.
Yeah.
Down 11 pounds.
That's awesome.
Since the draft.
Yeah, let's go.
That's a really bad sign that you did pure shenanigans the last week before you decided to do this. If you can lose the weight of a very large baby in 1 week, you probably were not headed down a good path.
Good rule of thumb, yeah.
There are a few teams that are getting universal love all around the world. The New York Giants. Everybody seems to think the New York Giants are going to be contenders.
Right, it's their year.
In 2026. And, I'm not going to lie, I don't disagree. If you look at that Giants roster, outside of the front, the front on defense is a disaster.
Right.
No Dexter Lawrence. He did absolutely nothing to bulk it up. It's going to be really gross. The Giants are going to give up a ton of rushing yards. But you go over to the offense, got Malik Neighbors, Darius Slayton.
Yeah, I like that.
Darnell Mooney, added Isaiah Likely, still got Theo Johnson. I don't love that you're rolling this Cam Scattaboo thing again. I would really like this a lot better if Jeremiah Love was a Giant.
You're not a fan of Scattaboo?
I don't need a running back to be real bright.
Yeah.
But whatever that is scares me to death.
I love me some Scattaboo.
Look, I saw him at the Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
In Atlanta a couple years ago. And I remember specifically, I looked at Tank, my radio partner, and my wife, who had gone to that game with us. And I said, I don't think this kid's expecting to live past about Thursday.
Yeah.
Because that's how he plays at all times.
Oh, he seeks out contact.
This is the last game I'm ever going to play, and I want all of you to remember my name.
My favorite is when he went down with his injury last season, And he's looking around like he's trying to get up, and he's like, "Hey, help me!" Like he's reaching out, like, "Help me get up!" And somebody, I forget who the teammate was, looks at him and like kind of gestures at his leg, and Scatterboo looks at it and he goes, starts hitting. It took him that long to realize you're not getting up.
Your leg is no longer in one piece.
Right.
It's in pieces, and that's not good.
Yeah, you can't play like that.
I believe the Giants will be a team that is improved.
I like that.
The question is, what exactly does that mean? And that's we're waiting on the schedule to come out.
Right.
The NFL schedule should be out 2 weeks from now.
Yep, coming up.
If I were a betting man, I believe the date I had on the calendar was May the 19th is the one where I believe you will be getting a schedule. If you look at who the New York Giants play this year, I'm just going to run this down. You tell me where the wins are.
Okay.
Obviously, you got the 6 within the division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are they better than the Dallas Cowboys?
Depends on what version that Dallas Cowboys defense shows up.
I think the Dallas defense is going to be not.
They were dead last season.
They were awful last year.
They were dead last in defense and top in offense.
The offense is dumb.
Yeah.
I think the offense will hum again.
Yeah.
I think now the defense is passable.
Okay.
So I would take the Cowboys over the Giants probably twice.
Yeah.
I'll take the Philadelphia Eagles to beat you twice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the Washington Commanders to beat you at least once, probably twice.
Yeah. So
that's 6 losses in your own division. Then you look at who they play outside the division, at the Rams, at the Texans.
Ooh.
You get one at the Colts.
Okay, I can see that one. I can see that
That's fun.
Depends on Danny Dimes, what he's doing this year.
Hey, Arizona. That'll be fun.
Hey, you got that, yeah.
Tennessee.
Okay.
We're doing stuff. Cleveland, New Orleans. I would
3,
say those
4,
are
5, maybe.
Hey,
depends on the Saints. I don't know.
I like the Saints a lot. I gave them a terrible draft grade, and apparently that New Orleans fans went, "Hey, that means he hates our team." Not at all. I just don't understand what you did in the draft at all. And by the way, if one more person tells me how good a blocker Oscar Delp is, I think blood is going to come out of my ears, and I'm probably going to bleed to death in my Airbnb bathroom. Did you watch the tape? Where did you get it? I know where I got it, and I'm going to venture a guess that you can't get it from there.
Right.
I don't know what you watched. That is not the player I saw. The other games on this schedule, San Francisco 49ers, loss.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars,
loss.
At the Seattle Seahawks,
loss.
At the Detroit Lions,
probably loss. Yeah.
I get it. They're going to be way better talent-wise than they were last year. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win a tremendous amount more games.
Yeah.
I always laugh at this when people just blindly look at a team and go, "Oh, love Isaiah Likely. Offensive line is vastly improved." Mm-hmm. I think vastly is a stretch. I'll go improved. I'm fine with improved. It still doesn't mean it's good. When you start as duties, and you improve, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gold bars now. And when I look at that schedule, I see at no less than 10 losses. I see absolutely no path the New York Giants don't lose at least 10 games. The Las Vegas Raiders. Do I think the Las Vegas Raiders are significantly better than they were? Yes.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Significantly.
Geno Smith was an abject disaster.
That's fair.
I also just so happen to know a few things that were going on in Las Vegas. The Pete Carroll, that will be an untold one day. I don't know if you ever watched those documentaries on Netflix.
Yeah, no shut
I just watched Jailblazers. Phenomenal. Rasheed Wallace, never change. Rasheed Wallace is my spirit animal. If I ever just decide I don't care if I'm employable ever again, I will be Rasheed Wallace. I just don't care. I think this team is better.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's debatable.
I would agree with that.
It's very obvious that the team is better. Does that mean they're good? And what is a bar that you could look at in 2026 that would be a win for them? I got the Raiders schedule pulled up. Now, we don't know the order. That changes things.
Right. What'd they win last year? 3?
I believe so.
Okay. Something like that?
I know it was very few. The Jets won 3, and I think they were tied. Yep, 3-14.
Okay, yeah.
I thought they had a common record, but the Raiders somehow had lesser common opponents, which is mind-boggling because the Jets played virtually no one. You play at Arizona. I mean, so I started in the wrong place again. The 6th within your division. You'll be lucky to win one.
Right.
The Chargers are good. I think the Chiefs are going to be evil again.
Yes.
The Broncos are good. You're just in a really tough division. I don't necessarily see a ton of wins for you there. You get the Dolphins.
Okay, that's a win.
You get the Jets, the Browns, the Titans, and at the Saints. The only game that I just said, you get the Dolphins and the Titans in Vegas. All the rest of them are on the road.
Okay.
I don't love that. I don't love young quarterback has to go to Cleveland in November. I don't love young quarterback has to go up against that Jets front, which, especially if you catch it later in the year. I like that less.
Oh, really?
He can't move.
Well, yeah.
I mean, at this point, Kirk Cousins moves like he's wearing concrete shoes.
Oh, awful.
And then you go into the games that I didn't mention because I think they're obvious losses. At the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
At the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
The Seattle Seahawks. The Los Angeles Rams. Mm-hmm. The Buffalo Bills. 5 in the division. That's 7-10 too. Even if they're wildly improved, that's 7-10 as well. The New York Jets. I will tell you, be very cautious with rookies. Every single year I see this of people overvalue the impact of a rookie.
Yep.
When you come into, I don't care how good a prospect you are, when you come into this league, there is a huge step up. This is a night and day from anything you've ever seen. Which is why I look at the Jets and go, okay, you got 2 with Miami.
Okay.
Those should be winnable.
That. Yeah.
I'd say you're probably going to lose both to Buffalo. You're probably going to lose both to New England. The home games you play, and this is borderline comical, the Broncos, the Raiders, the Packers, the Vikings, and the Browns. There are 3 winnable games there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to the road. You go to the Titans, to the Cardinals, to the Chargers. Don't love your chances there.
Don't like that, yeah.
To the Chiefs, to the Lions, to the Bears. You're going to lose a lot of games on the road. Even if Geno Smith somehow finds the fountain of youth and he becomes 2023 Geno Smith, which I don't really believe.
Yeah.
You're going to lose a lot of games. A lot. So the question that I raised to myself is where are the teams that I think will be actually the win-loss record will improve year over year. They may not be the most improved on paper, but I like what they did. They added veterans. And I think they have a chance to win a lot of games. There's one name that jumps off the page to me. And you can say I'm falling for it. You can say whatever you want to. Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals are going to be real good. What was the biggest knock on them last year?
Defense. Well,
couldn't stop
Burrow,
a nosebleed.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop the run at times.
Mm-hmm.
We're not great against the pass. They got better as the year went on. If you look at that Cincinnati defense now, no, they didn't address linebacker necessarily the way that a lot of people wanted them to.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got Demetrius Knight, gangster granddaddy that you took in the second round last year. Barrett Carter, kid from Clemson that a lot of people had high hopes for. And Oren Burks, who was really good in Philadelphia a couple years ago.
Yeah.
There's talent in that linebacker room. Then you look at the defensive line. They legit go 3 deep at practically every position. That was the biggest problem. Do I love the edge rushers? Do I love that Miles Murphy's starting here? No. But if it goes sideways, I got Cassius Howell and Shamar Stewart. And Antoine Power Island, who can take some situational downs. I got a lot of bullets in this gun.
Right.
People forget Cincinnati because it's been ugly 2 years in a row with Joe Burrow injuries. That line, I'm not going to say it's done, but it's pretty close. This will be the best offensive line that Joe Burrow has ever been behind. And he's got a handful of weapons. It's not just Jamar Chase anymore. It's not just T. Higgins anymore. Mm-hmm. Andre Iosivas is coming into his own. Colby Young will be a matchup nightmare 8 to 10 plays a game. Chase Brown was one of the best running backs in the NFL the last 6 weeks of the season, 8 weeks of the season. That Cincinnati Bengal team could be a Super Bowl contender, and it wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Right. You've also got a division that's got 3 new head coaches. And granted, I know what you say, you get Mike McCarthy's been around the block, you know, he's there with the Cowboys and everything, but it's still, I mean, first-year head coach there in Pittsburgh, so that's obviously there's not training wheels, obviously. It's not like he's a first-year head coach or anything, but still, it's new organization, new scheme.
I'll be honest with you, I like Mike McCarthy in Pittsburgh.
I didn't like the process. I'm fine with McCarthy.
The schedule is a little bothersome to me.
Yeah.
I think Baltimore's going to be really good. They've retooled that roster quite nicely. They always do. Anytime anything goes awry, you can rest assured Baltimore's going to come back with a vengeance. I just said what I just said about the Cincinnati Bengals. You get the 2 with the Cleveland Browns.
Right.
But then you look at the games outside of the division. They play the NFC South.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, I like Carolina.
Yeah.
I think New Orleans is up and coming. They do have to go to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on when that game happens, that could be tougher than people think. They have to go to Tampa Bay. I don't love that Tampa Bay roster. I haven't for quite some time, and I don't think it got any better.
Mm-hmm.
They got better in spots. I like Reuben Bain.
Yeah.
I don't know that I love the fit. See, this is the point where I can start marinating on, okay, it's not just the player. Like, I like Reuben Bain. I like him in certain situations. That situation was never Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But then if you look up and down the schedule, you have to go to Philadelphia, you have to go to New England. Outside of that, there's a lot of Atlanta, Indianapolis, the Jacksonville Jaguars, of which you want to talk about a team on the opposite side of the spectrum, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know this is not a state where it is legal to make one of those wretched wagers, but if you make it into any of our friends, in be it Georgia, North Carolina, or Tennessee, under on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think I've ever seen a team that I see the collapse coming. I mean, this is an avalanche of collapse coming, and it's almost like Mother Nature warned me 3 days in advance. Hey, you see that mountain right there? Don't go up there. Some bad excrement is going to happen up there in the next few days. You should stay down here where it's nice and warm. You pour a nice hot cocoa and just watch for the show.
Right.
That's what Jacksonville is to me.
Sure, it wasn't the Duval that got you there?
You know what's funny? If it was as geeky as he is, he's the only reason that I don't think that turns into a 5-12 team.
That's fair.
I think Jacksonville could fall on their face so hard it's comical. And that's not me saying I think any bad thing bad is going to happen to Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
You don't have a running back. You lost the best player off your defense. And you didn't really replace any of these guys. So everybody's just chalking up 10, 11 wins to Jacksonville. I go ahead and tell you, I don't see it. I see a team that's going to fall about 7-10. Every year, we switch up half the teams in the playoffs. Half make it again.
Yeah.
And half are new. Which brings us to our next point for hour 2. Who are those teams? He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Green. This is Overtime on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
Class of 2026, it's your year. Celebrate the music that fueled late night crams, hallway hangs, and every unforgettable moment with iHeartRadio's Ultimate Class of 2026 playlist. The soundtrack to your senior year and beyond. But we didn't stop there. Whether you graduated in 95, 05, or just last year, we've got a playlist for your class too. Search Class of and the year you graduated on the free iHeartRadio app and relive your glory days, one song at a time.
At California Closets, we design for the little things. Take this moment of a family getting ready to leave the house.
Where's my backpack?
Mom, I need my cleats.
My
wallet was right here.
If I trip over these shoes one more time.
And now, the California Closets version of that moment. Entryway and home storage solutions by designers who get you. California Closets. More room for what matters.
Everybody knows Shaq, but off camera, he's just a regular guy.
People never believe me when I say I'm just like them. I take out the trash, do dishes, and I struggle with moderate obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. And a lot of adults with obesity also struggle with moderate to severe OSA. You know those scary breathing interruptions during sleep, the loud snoring, choking, and daytime fatigue? I knew I had to talk to my doctor. Don't sleep on the symptoms. Learn more at don'tsleeponosa.com.
This information is provided by Lilly, a medicine company.
Most Mother's Day gifts end up in a drawer, but a song lives in the heart forever. This year, TryJoyBox.com is giving away 1 million free custom songs to celebrate 1 million incredible moms. Just share a few memories, and Joybox produces an original track and greeting card just for her instantly. It's the most personal gift you'll ever give, and right now, it's completely free. Make mom the star of her own song at TryJoyBox.com. 1 million songs, $0, only at TryJoyBox.com.
You probably have an app for streaming and an app for podcasts.
But does your audio bundle include an app for radio?
An app for what's happening right now? An app for breaking news that'll change your daily routine? An app that starts your morning with what you missed last night?
That app is iHeartRadio.
The app that lets you listen to thousands of live radio stations and more. Download the #1 app for radio.
The free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio. At Target, finding something for every kind of mom and every side of mom just got easier. Does she love fashion? Take 20% off select women's clothing and accessories and find a dress she'll love to wear. Is she into the outdoors? Freshen up her favorite spot with up to 40% off planters, pillows, and poofs. Or keep it classic, fresh tulips for just $12 and a Dossier fragrance trio for $32. Whatever mom is into, we've got it. Celebrate mom her way, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Class of 2026, it's your year. Celebrate the music that fueled late night crams, hallway hangs, and every unforgettable moment with iHeartRadio's Ultimate Class of 2026 playlist. The soundtrack to your senior year and beyond. But we didn't stop there. Whether you graduated in 95, 05, or just last year, we've got a playlist for your class too. Search Class of and the year you graduated on the free iHeartRadio app and relive your glory days, one song at a time.
American soccer is about to explode.
The World Cup is coming. I'm Tab Ramos.
I'm Tom Boak. On our podcast, Inside American Soccer, you'll get the real storylines, the biggest decisions, and the truth about the U.S. national team.
It wouldn't be a huge surprise if our team ends up in the quarterfinals or potentially a great run into the semifinals.
Search Inside American Soccer on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
What you need to know.
Just a few minutes away from the NBA playoff second round opening in New York. The Knicks host Philadelphia. Later, it's Minnesota at San Antonio tonight. Minnesota star Anthony Edwards due to return from injury. He missed last week with a hyperextended knee. Orlando fired head coach Jamal Mosley. The Pistons gave coach J.B. Bickerstaff a contract extension. In the NHL playoffs, Philadelphia had been shut out at Carolina in the opener of their second round series over the weekend. Philly led 2-0 in the first 5 minutes tonight. Now it's 2-1 over the Hurricanes at the end of one. The Packers signed veteran quarterback Tyrod Taylor. In baseball, the Mets have won 4-2 at Colorado, 5 straight losses for the Rockies. Red Sox are winning 3-2 at Detroit, top of the 7th. Tigers star pitcher Tarek Skubal will have arthroscopic elbow surgery. He might miss a couple of months or more. Yankees lead 2-0 over the Orioles, bottom of the 3rd. Aaron Judge, a 2-run homer, his 14th. I'm Steve DeSager.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. Yep, that's me, Clifford Taylor IV. And on my new podcast, The Clifford Show, I'm bringing you raw, unfiltered conversations with your favorite athletes, creators, and media personalities. Each week, we'll talk about sports, life, mental health, purpose, and even music. The Clifford Show is not just a conversation. It's a celebration.
Search The Clifford Show on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps home buyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at truist.com/make-your-move. Truist.com/make-your-move. Or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist Bank is an equal housing lender.
It's time for a reset with new Clorox Scentiva Cherry Blossom. Imagine for a moment your entire space sparkling clean and blooming fresh with the scent of cherry blossom in every room that lasts all day. Experience long-lasting freshness from new Clorox Scentiva Cherry Blossom. Use as directed.
You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact same thing you are, listening to me. Which, let's be honest, is kind of flattering. But my point is, ads on iHeartRadio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. That's right. You're a good boy. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
The games are over, so there's only one thing left to do. Overreact. The NFL Draft Nerd is here to weave through the world of sports and separate fact from fiction. Get involved. The call-in line's open at 864-240-5480. You can tweet us, we don't call it X, at the NFL Draft Nerd. Now, here's that creed-loving, bird-fearing, football lunatic, Jeremy Green.
Hour 2 on a Monday night. This is Overtime, brought to you by Ingles Markets. Check out our friends at Ingles, ingles-markets.com. Fuel Fridays, 4 times fuel points.
Love that.
I will tell you, as a man that drives a very sizable truck, those points help.
I feel for you.
Especially having to go 50 miles each way.
Yeah.
Twice a week. Oh, could we end this, please? That would be great. I'm tired of paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you know where I pay less? Ingles Markets. Ingles-markets.com. Low prices, love the savings. We have a handful of text messages to get to off the text line. The first one's from Tommy. Said, good evening, y'all. Question for Jeremy. 3-part question. Does Deebo Samuel have any juice left to squeeze? I would say yes. I think you're going to have to be careful how you use him. I obviously watched him very closely in Washington last year, that being one of the teams that I most closely follow. Yeah. We have an announcement about that coming up later this week.
Ooh, okay.
Just, we're always trying to be a one-stop shop of content. I was asked a bunch of times, hey, you should do this. Well, and now we're going to do this.
Oh, nice.
I'll just tell you about it later in the week. I didn't love what I saw from him. I thought he was one of those guys, and it's that basketball player build. They start to lose that step, and then they really don't have another way to win. That's what scares me about him. Now, the follow-up to this is, does he fit with Mike McDaniel? Would he be an upgrade for the Chargers over what they already have? I think he can be a really good third weapon. I don't want to say third receiver because I don't think that's what he is.
Yeah.
At this point, I think you want to use him 25 to 30 snaps a game. We were talking about Travis Hunter in the break. I think you want to use him in kind of a specialized role that way. Deebo is an older receiver.
Oh, yeah.
He's taken a lot of hits. There's been a lot of injury issues. But could he work with the Chargers? I think he could. I don't think he can do that hybrid running back, wide receiver.
Yeah.
I think they called it a wide back, which, by the way, hilarious name. Wasn't meant to be, but it's a hilarious name. I don't think he can do that anymore, but I think he can be at peace.
Sure.
That's one of the things you have to be careful with veterans. When they crest the hill, the slide down is quite aggressive. And I kind of think that's where he's at. He was brought in to be a legit 2 in Washington, and he just never was. That was one of the reasons I was screaming for them to take Ted Hurst, and then they took Antonio Williams. Oh, enjoy your draftman's present. Is it a bike? Nope. A pair of socks. Well, at least they're not used. That's about the best I can say about Antonio Williams, and I've been asked that question a lot. I believe we have our first caller of the night. Caller, who is this?
Jeremy, Trey, what's going on?
What's up? It is the vending machine king. He is our friend, Chad.
Oh, man, I've been hearing you talk about these football teams, man, but you got to tell me, Jeremy, what you picking on my Panthers this year, man? The NFC South champs, man, are they going to repeat? What you feeling on them?
Well, the funny thing about the NFC South, and I'm going to put this into odds. I have not looked at this. I did not know that this was what Chad was going to ask. I will bet you, if you look at the odds right now, just cement them in your brain. I'll look at them in just a second. I will bet you the Panthers' odds to win the division go down. I would wager they're probably already the favorite. If they're not, it's Tampa Bay, and it's because people are irrational about Tampa Bay.
Right. It's Baker.
I will say, to me, Carolina should be the favorite. The only team I feel really good is not winning that division is Atlanta. You got two left-handed quarterbacks. I don't believe in either one of them. I think the defense will be fine. I just see Atlanta losing. I see Atlanta being that team that we talk about in week 16, week 17 that's lost 11 one-score games.
Yeah.
And then somehow they finished 6-11, and their total point differential is 42 points. I like Stefanski. I don't love him. I don't buy Tampa Bay because I think Tampa Bay has huge roster holes that they just keep ignoring because they can't fix them. The one that, and this is going to sound crazy when I say it, I think Carolina would be my favorite. If I was laying money, it would be 75% would go on Carolina, 20% would go on New Orleans. I don't know what it is about that team, but there is something about Kellen Moore and there's something about the way they close the year that I look at them and go, we flip a lot of playoff teams every year, and they play a ridiculously soft schedule, depending on how it lays out. Again, we don't know the order. So, Chad, that would be my answer, is before the schedule comes out, not knowing who New Orleans is going to play and when, which with that team being so young is a really important part of this. I would say Carolina is my favorite to win the division. I would probably say audible as I was speaking. I want to say 11-6. I'm also very. You'll learn when we do after the schedule comes out and we do the stupidest thing that anybody does in radio and say, "Hey, we went through the schedule and we have this team going 10-7." I went back and looked at those last year. Hey, guess how many I got right? 7 in the entire league. That's hard to do. The Panthers will be. I don't tend to go a lot of 13-4s, so I'm going to safely say I'll go 11-6 on the Panthers.
Well, I'm a little different, man. But now I am truly a fan, and fan stands for fanatic.
That's right.
So I'm just going to tell you like I told it last year. We're going 15-2, winning every game by 2 tutties, and we're going to win that Super Bowl by 2 tutties. That's my call.
Let's go.
I really wish I loved my team as much as Chad loves his.
I love my Panthers. If I got faith in them, we're going to do it, Jeremy. We're going to do it.
See, that's what I miss.
Play it every year.
That's what I miss.
This year, man.
Being in this business,
on track.
Being in this business, it just erodes your fandom. I don't know anybody in this business that loves their team as much as when they got in it. I think as a Jet fan, just think about all the things you've watched. I mean, in a month, we've had a former $100 million free agent signing say the head coach was doing cocaine off his desk. This is what it's like to be a Jet fan. And then not only do I have to watch it on Sunday, then I have to come in here and talk about it for 5 days. I do 17 hours of terrestrial radio a week. I can't get away from my team if I hide in the closet with a sheet over my head, with my thumb in my mouth. I can't get away from my team. But that's one thing I love many things about Chad. His unabashed fandom is one of them.
Oh, yeah. We always pulling strong for them Panthers, man. I don't care what position we're in. I'm pulling for them. I want them to win every game.
I still find myself going, hey, if Indianapolis is terrible next year and the Cowboys are terrible, the Jets can have 3 top 10 picks. And that's what I'm looking at. After we just won the draft, everybody said the Jets had the best class. If everybody's bad, we can have 3 top 10 picks, and that feels like a lot of fun to me. I need a better team.
I'm just excited for the year, man. I'm ready for them to start playing. It sucks we got to wait all summer before we see any football.
I have found that my desire to see football is directly tied to how far away from an ocean I am. I'm going to the beach for a month.
Yeah.
So I will be doing this show from the beach for a month. That month, take it down. I'm good. We can play football. Just wait until the winter. It's fine. Then I come back home. Nope. Need it now. Play it right now. I'll start knocking on doors. Hey, camp could open today. Let's do it today, especially after the World Cup.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of excited for that World Cup, too, man. That's gonna be pretty good this year.
Chad, I need you to do something for me. I'm going to find a way to make social media content out of this because I think it would be gold. I want to hear Chad's breakdown of the World Cup. I promise you,
Lord.
If you know what a soccer ball is,
radio, Jeremy.
if you know what a soccer ball is, you're in better shape than me. The powers that be at iHeart came to me and said, hey, what games should we cover? And I went, do you know who you're talking to? American football. That's what I do. You call that sport whatever you want to. You call it football, you call it soccer. I don't care. I don't know squat about it. But I think it would be really funny to have Chad's breakdown of the World Cup, and we put it on a 5. What were those things that he brought in that I liked so much? For those of you who don't know, Chad is our vending machine king.
Yeah.
He brings in snacks that I'm now on a keto diet and I can't eat.
You can't have them. Yeah, they sit there.
I can't eat any of them, which makes me very sad. I want Chad to have a scale of 1 to 5. I can't remember what the thing was, like Nutter Butters or something. 5 Nutter Butters is the best it gets. 1 Nutter Butters is sad. And I think it would be gold.
Man, hell, I'd come in to the show one night. Do the show with you. We'll hook it up, man.
Hey, come on down.
That sounds like a good time. I come up there with Trey and John sometimes.
He does, yeah.
We have a good time.
Hey, Chad, don't fool him. You brought these flags in here. What are these? The Nationals and what's the other team?
Medellin. Now is the name of the two teams. They play in Colombia. They're professional teams in Colombia.
Let's
South
go.
America.
I think Chad's a low-key soccer guy.
A little bit.
I love it. I want to.
It's all right. I like soccer all right, but, man, it just ain't good as football and basketball because there ain't as many scores, man. I mean, I'm American. I like to see a lot of scores, man. And soccer is not a lot of scores. There's a lot of back and forth.
That's what everybody says about hockey. I caught one game last night that scored 15 goals. I was like, wait, I thought they didn't score in this sport.
At least the time makes sense in hockey. Soccer has that weird, what's the extra time or whatever it is? But it seems abstract. They're just like, we're going to throw 3 minutes on this time. We're going to do whatever
if you want
we want.
soccer to work in America, you have to get rid of extra time. I need everything in a box. If it's 90 minutes, it's 90 minutes. I don't care how many guys go down holding the hamstring. It's 90 minutes.
Yep. That's the way I don't understand them extra minutes, and I don't know.
I'm waiting for the Kansas City Chiefs to get one of those. Well, I mean, Kansas City lost, but 2 minutes of stoppage time. Let's get the ball back to Pat and see how it goes.
Here you go, Pat.
Chad, you are the best. We appreciate you, my friend, as always.
All right, Jeremy, man, we love the show. We tune in every week, and man, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you, man.
Funny story about Star Wars Day. It's the day I met my wife and the day I proposed.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You better go home and thank her.
For sure. I always hide her contacts. I'm afraid one day she's going to put her contacts in and go, I could have done better.
Yeah, that might happen. But just keep hiding the contact or get with a doctor and get a different prescription or something.
That's right. Hey, she likes to laugh, and that's about all I got.
All right, Jeremy, Trey, man, we'll be tuned in like always.
See you, Chad.
We appreciate you, Chad. It's just that simple. It's how you get involved in the program. It's a fully interactive radio experience. That's what we provide with you here in Overtime. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Green. Call-in lines 864-240-5480, or you can hit us with a text, and I promise we will get to those texts. They've been there for a minute. 864-777-9593. You're live in Overtime on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. Yep, that's me. All unfiltered conversations with your favorite athletes, creators, and media personalities. Each week, we'll talk about sports, life, mental health, purpose, and even music. The Clifford Show is not just a conversation. It's a celebration.
Search The Clifford Show on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
At California Closets, we design for the little things. Take this moment of a family getting ready to leave the house.
Where's my backpack?
Mom, I need my cleats.
My wallet was right here.
If I trip over these shoes one more time.
And now, the California Closets version of that moment. Entryway and home storage solutions by designers who get you. California Closets. More room for what matters.
A vacation rental shouldn't come with surprises. It should come with VerboCare and 24/7 life support.
If the hot tub's broken,
that's a VerboCare thing.
If my teenager starts calling me Leslie,
that's a family thing, Leslie. VerboCare and 24/7 life support. If you know, you Verbo. Terms apply. See verbo.com/trust for details.
When you own your home, it's more than just a place to live. It's security for today and opportunity for future generations. Truist helps homebuyers with step-by-step guidance, a variety of flexible mortgage plans, plus loan options with a low or even no down payment. Start now at truist.com/make-your-move, truist.com/make-your-move, or call us at 855-978-0474 for details. Certain program and geographic restrictions may apply. Truist is an equal housing lender.
And now, Superhuman Shaq.
I keep telling them not to say that. I'm no superhuman. Believe it or not, I struggle with moderate obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. In adults with obesity, moderate to severe OSA is a condition where breathing is interrupted during sleep with loud snoring, choking, gasping for air, and even daytime fatigue. Let's just say it can sound a lot like this. Sound familiar? Learn more at don'tsleeponosa.com.
This information is provided by Lilly, a medicine company.
Wait, did you hear? TryJoyBox.com is giving away 1 million free custom songs for Mother's Day. Your memories turned into a real song in a greeting card for Mom. Claim your free song before the million are gone at TryJoyBox.com. That's TryJoyBox.com.
There's an app for your playlists,
An app for your photos,
even an app that helps you dodge traffic.
but only one app brings you this live radio station anytime, anywhere.
With the iHeartRadio app, your favorite radio station fits right in your pocket. Live shows, news, sports, exclusive music channels, and voices that don't just go viral.
They're the voices of your local community.
So if it's not already on your home screen, fix that.
Download the #1 radio app, the free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Week. It should probably be later in the week because it's kind of all just downhill from here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Wednesday.
Tomorrow, Power Rankings Tuesday. You find that on our YouTube channel at the Sportsocracy, along with the 2027 Never Too Early mock draft. Done from the lovely suite here at iHeart Greenville.
Oh, there you go.
You got a lot of toys in there.
A lot of toys, yeah.
There's a lot of toys in there.
Glad somebody's making use of the space.
I'm used to Asheville, of which they gave me 2 sticks. They said, "Can you use those?" They're sticks.
Fire.
I don't want fire. Fire doesn't do me any good.
Yeah.
You know what would do me some good? Air conditioning. Air conditioning would be great. Air conditioning would also be great in this room right now because it is 1,000 degrees in here.
Yeah.
Why is it that everywhere I go, the air conditioning doesn't work?
You just radiate. That's what it is.
I guess. I am something. Soaring Eagle has chimed back in on the text in line. You can get involved there, 864-777-9593. We were apparently looking at the wrong side of I'm not sure what I was looking at.
I didn't either.
So he had a much different draft than we thought he did. He did not have a very early pick. So his highest one was Denzel Boston, who I like a lot. Nicholas Singleton, who I like a lot. Jeremy Bernard, Chris Brazell, R. Mason Thomas, Uware Bernard. Did you happen to see the video of him that went traveling around the internet over the weekend? It was him.
Don't think so.
He was lined up in a 3-point stance in front of a tree, and he was doing drills around the tree.
People thought he was going to run into the tree.
I thought he was going to run through the forest. I thought he was going to go full Hulk smash through the woods. Trevor Sycamore sent that to me, and I sent a text back of, it's impressive. He's really green, and you can see it here. But I'm really disappointed that he didn't just uproot that tree and start smashing it on the ground. Jacob Rodriguez and Traden Stukes, the DB from Vegas.
Traden, yeah.
I mean, for me, I like all of those guys. I'm not sure how great they're going to be for fantasy. I do not do IDP fantasy. I am a nerd. I've never been good at it. I overthink it, and I think I've got some formula, like my Mr. Wizard formula of I'm always going to be able to find that guy that has a sack and a half and two sacks, and it never ends up well. So, I mean, I would say that's good. I like Nick Singleton a lot. I think there is a better than zero chance that he's the running back you want from the Tennessee Titans for the long haul. I like Boston a lot. I think Jeremy Bernard's going to have a pretty decent role in Pittsburgh. Chris Brazil, the high side on him in Carolina is sky high because he is the deep flyer. I also heard a lot of people around Tennessee that went, you're going to regret that you didn't take him because of the others. The Jalen Hyatts, Dante Thornton Jr., Chris Brazil's the most talented of the bunch. I heard that a lot between day 3 and now. So, Soaring Eagle, I would say you did quite nicely there. We have a caller on line 1. Caller, who's this?
My name's Lewis.
Hey, what's up, Lewis? Lewis.
Oh, sorry about that, Lewis. We're having a little technical difficulty in here, so everything the
Your
deaf guy can't hardly hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
What can we do for you tonight, Lewis?
How you doing tonight?
I think we're having some technical issues there with Lewis.
It was a little crackly.
Yeah, I couldn't make out anything. That one's on us. We have a text from AJ. Said, what do you think about Jermod McCoy falling to the 4th? Look, that's a medical thing. Those are the hardest parts of draft evaluation.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any way to know how bad that knee is.
Mm-hmm.
All I can go on is what I'm told.
Right.
So for those of you that don't know, Jermod McCoy was thought to be a first-round prospect, had a slew of medical issues. Basically, the only time we actually saw him do anything athletic in any shape, form, or fashion was at his pro day.
Right.
He ran reasonably well. I was supposed to be there. Business happens. I wasn't able to get out to the pro day, but I had a couple people on site that said he didn't look as fluid as I wanted him to. And then they dug into the medical. And he's got a bone plug that people are afraid is going to have to be replaced.
Right.
I saw the look on your face. A bone plug is basically when there are certain procedures that when they go in and replace the ligament or the cartilage or whatever,
sure,
they have to replace the bone because they had to drill through the bone to get there. Well, the problem is that you can really only do that once.
Yeah, right.
Once you do it a second time, the bone on the outside is so thin that it may or may not hold. And then once it doesn't hold, now you have career ender. There are people that think he's already there. So, I mean, him falling to the 4th, I understand why it happened. If the medical was that bad, then I understand how we got there. I think it's an appropriate risk. I mean, look, the Raiders are a team that, and they were who ultimately took McCoy. They're just a team that they need some home runs.
Right.
And if Jermod McCoy's knee holds up for 5 or 6 years, I think he can be an absolute home run. The problem is I don't know it's going to. And it seemed like every person that I talked to that was anywhere near that medical, they felt, it seemed like everyone I talked to was more pessimistic than the one before that. So, I mean, I think there's a nice upside to McCoy. there's also a really terrifying floor that basically you set a fourth-round pick on fire.
Oh, man.
I mean, I talked to somebody I guess that was the day before the draft, so Wednesday, while we were in Pittsburgh. I talked to a guy that said, I don't think he ever plays it down. Because I think he needs that bone plug replaced now. And everything looks like it's just razor-thin margins. So anything is even an eyelash off, and that kid's not going to be able to walk. So, that's how bad it was as we got closer and closer to draft time.
Yeah.
So I had him in the first round of my final mock. I said repeatedly, I really wish I could change that. I couldn't because it was already submitted. But so is life. We have a call on line one. Caller, who is this?
Or ask your operator for it.
Oh, nobody. No, we don't. I believe that was the operator.
Yeah. Well, thanks for calling.
Absolutely. It's the beauty of live radio. The other beauty of live radio is that you can get involved at any time. All you have to do is hit us with a phone call, 864-240-5480, or with a text, 864-777-9593. What we're talking about tonight, teams that are more improved, less improved, teams that I'm not buying, and your calls on your team. What you want our opinions on. We've already said that there are a handful of teams in the NFL that it seems like everybody loves. They love what they did. The Raiders. I've heard that one a lot. And I like it to a point. I think it's a nice long-term play. You got a quarterback that's going to be, for better or worse, between 15 and 20. You can win with that. And look, as big a fanboy of Sam Darnold as I am, I'm not stupid enough to say, he's a top 5 quarterback. No, he's not. He's a top 10 to 12 quarterback. And if you put the right pieces around him, you can win.
Right. They just did.
The Raiders are the same way with Fernando Mendoza. You get the right pieces around him, and things will work out. But I don't think it's going to happen quickly. I don't think it's going to happen this year. I mean, I would be shocked if the Raiders were not picking in the top 8 next year. I mean, I think the 2 worst teams in the NFL are the Miami Dolphins, the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm not sure it's close.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
Because I really don't. I couldn't even tell you who 3 is. I mean, I know who I think it is. The Cleveland Browns. And then it gets kind of dicey from there. There are a lot of teams that could have a high side. They could have a low side.
Do you like the Browns? How'd you feel about their draft? You got 2 more wide receivers. I feel like the Browns are picking 2s every year, and then you get Taylor Green there in the 7th.
The Browns had... So every year I go through a list, and I have the 5 teams that absolutely cannot screw up the draft.
Right.
This year, number 1 on that list was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And how I come to that list is I go through your team needs. I go how I think the board will fall.
Right.
And then I look at how many options you have that would fill needs.
Sure.
That was why I was so hard on Tampa Bay about taking Josiah Trotter in the 2nd round. He's a 2-down guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the tape at all, you can see how bad he was in coverage. And that was the big knock on Tampa Bay, was they didn't cover well.
Yeah.
But they still got football players. The other side of that is that every year I have 5 teams that I go, I don't know that you can get this right. Number 2 on that list this year was the Cleveland Browns. Because I felt like you needed a receiver, and I felt like you needed an offensive tackle, and I really didn't see any way that you were going to be able to flip it. The tackle had to come first, which is why I was so locked into Monroe Freeling. They wound up going Spencer Fano, who was way more popular through this process than anybody wanted to believe. But then by the time you get to that second first-round pick, you're looking at Casey Concepcion. You're looking at Denzel Boston. They actually wound up getting them both.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I like the talent that they added to this team. I'm still just looking at Cleveland going, how do you win?
Right.
You go up and down the roster. If you believe the rumors that are coming out of Cleveland, Deshaun Watson's going to be the starter in Cleveland. I do find that funny because what we were all told was that Shedeur Sanders was a Todd Monken guy.
Right.
And that's why he got the job. We haven't even gotten through rookie minicamp yet, and he's already talking about Deshaun Watson.
Well,
I don't love it. I mean, I think the line's going to be improved. If Deshaun Watson can get back to 90% of what he was in Houston, I think they can win 8 games.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I would have any belief that he's going to do that. I mean, we're 5 years removed from that player.
plus the Achilles and the setback on it. So,
I mean, from everything I've been told, it looks like he's going to be good to go week 1.
Right.
And I think he's probably going to be the starter of the Cleveland Browns. But in terms of what they did, I think you added talent. I think you got a lot of darts to throw. I just don't know which ones are going to land. Call-in line's open. 864-240-5480. We have a call on line 1. Caller, who's this?
Hey, it's Roger and Anderson.
Hey, Roger, how are you?
Hey, good. Well, since you're talking about Cleveland, I'll stay in the division, but real quick on the Browns. I think that they're going to use Deshaun Watson as show he's healthy, show he's somewhat productive, like you said, 80%, even 70% of what he was. And then hopefully they'll find some kind of trading partner, and maybe they won't have to eat as much of the contract. They're still going to have to eat a big chunk. But if he shows he's good, they might can finagle and get a better deal than they would have if they just traded him before the draft. That's what I would do. It's a circus because you got Shador. And half of ESPN is going to be LeBron and Shador. That's their program. As soon as training camp opens, it's Shador Sanders is fighting for his job again, and then he'll have his rally crowd saying, "Oh, it's unfair to him," blah blah blah. But Deshaun deserves a chance to show he can play. When he's healthy, before all that mess, he was all pro.
He was a very good quarterback. I mean, he's still only 31 years old. I mean, he's young. It's been so long. And there were so many injuries, and there were so many things. I also think he was a horrific fit with Kevin Stefanski. I laugh about this all the people talk about we got to get a quarterback to a team because we don't have one. No, you got to get the right quarterback because I think Kevin Stefanski showed how a bad marriage can unwind a quarterback.
Yeah,
which is exactly what happened with Deshaun Watson.
Well, I hope he goes somewhere else because I think he can be productive. And I don't think it's in Cleveland. I think there's just too much baggage in that town. And even with a fresh start, with a new, they got a new offensive coordinator, don't they? Or did they carry that guy over? I don't even know who it is. I think they carried him over.
It was one that came with Monken. Okay, it's going to come to me.
Well,
Travis Switzer.
Well, this is not going to be their year, so I think it's just going to be a showcase of what Sean can do. And there's going to be another team that's going to say, "Hey, even though he's had these problems, he's showing he's productive," or at least I hope he does show that, and then he can go somewhere and get his career back on track. Cleveland has, when someone offers you that money, though, you can't turn it down.
Oh no, I never folded Deshaun Watson. It's funny, John Ellis and I were talking about Deshaun Watson earlier today and how that whole, I can't call it anything but a bizarre scenario. There were 4 teams. Literally every person you hear in media, we all knew there were 4 teams and 4 teams only. There were 3 in the NFC South. It was the Panthers, the Falcons, the Saints, and then the Browns.
Yeah.
We had all been told he did not want to go to the Browns. He was locked into either Carolina, Atlanta, or New Orleans, and he did not really have a preference. And then the next thing we know, Cleveland swings into this out of nowhere, giving up insane trade capital.
Everything.
To then give him the craziest deal I've ever seen. There are general managers that I know in this league, that I know personally, will not deal with Andrew Berry because he was the one that signed that deal.
It was worse than the Russell Wilson deal.
For sure.
Now, but I hope that he goes somewhere, like I said, and lands in a spot where he can get his career back on track. But I don't think he's going to. Hopefully by the trade deadline, he'll show that he can play, and they'll move on. Because the other thing is, I've already mentioned it, if it wasn't for the Shador Sanders circus, I would say he's got a fair shot in Cleveland. But with that media circus around Shador, even though Deshaun Watson is a quiet guy, he hardly ever speaks. He doesn't go on Twitter. He's not a social media guy. He's a Southern boy who just minds his own business, except for massage parlors. And no, no, seriously. He's a soft-spoken guy, and I hope he gets his career back on track. But staying in that division, how would you compare Drew Aller? Because I'm not so sure. Is he better than Ty Simpson? Is he not far behind, or is he better?
That's Roger, I'm not going to lie to you, it's a loaded question, so I'm going to try to answer it the best I can. If I always said Drew Aller, if I was going to build a quarterback out of granite to impress you in the hotel lobby, other than that goofy haircut, he would look exactly like Drew Aller.
Yeah.
So Aller had two huge problems that I saw at Penn State. At first, he was scared to death to make a mistake, which I don't ever hear. I don't hear quarterback gurus ever say this. And so maybe I'm off base on this. I would love to pick a Dan Orlovsky or somebody like that's brain of when I scout quarterbacks. One of the things that scares me, it was one of the things that terrified me about Caleb Williams. He was scared to make mistakes.
Yeah.
That in the NFL, you cannot be that guy. You cannot be the dink and dunk guy.
Right.
That turns into Brad Johnson, who I know personally. I love him to death. He won a Super Bowl with the best defense arguably ever. You have to build a whole team around that. So the thing that scares me with Aller is that he has every physical tool. And he was afraid to push it down the field, and they had a really good running game. And then the running game kind of came off the rails. And something happened with Nick Singleton. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Katron Allen took the job, but he was really more between the guards, more between the tackles. So it kind of limited what Aller could do. And then he got kind of reckless, which very rarely do you see a guy do both of those things. And it was almost like when James Franklin got fired, that the reins had come off. And now I can just be who I want to be.
Yeah.
So I think he has a tremendous upside. It's just going to take some time to get to it. I hope that answered your question.
It kind of did. I'm not big on Ty Simpson.
I'm not either.
And I think Drew Aller played every bit as good, better competition than Simpson did. Simpson's last 7 games were not good.
Oh, he was a train wreck. I said this. I very rarely do I, and I try not to hold one game against a guy, but because look, one of the things that I think is undervalued in scouting is that these are still humans.
Yeah.
So his girlfriend could have broken up with him. His dog could have run away. Whatever country song you want to take with Ty Simpson, it could have happened in those last 7 weeks. I have no idea. He was so I was on the field in Atlanta for the SEC championship game. He was so bad that I physically could not wrap my brain around taking him in the first 2 days of this class. I just couldn't do it. I knew it was going to happen, but I never could put my thumb on why. What is it that you're seeing? And I hate to go back to Dan Orlovsky, but he was the one that was just pounding the drum for me. And I love
what big games do you play in?
I love Dan, and I think Dan is a really smart evaluator of talent. I just would like to hear him. I would like to sit down with him and go, you show me on the tape what you saw, because I just didn't see it. It was never there.
Right.
And I go back to the Florida State tape. The Florida State tape was an abject disaster.
That's game one, but still, it's a game.
The one big-time throw he had in that entire game was one of the worst decisions I saw all year. 2 safeties converged on it at the same time. It went through both of their hands and wound up on the other side of the receiver. That's a big-time throw, quote-unquote, but it's not. It's a terrible decision.
Well, he got a break, I think, in the draft. He's going to look, I'm not a Mike McCarthy fan, but he is good with quarterbacks. And they have finally, after all this time, have stood up to Aaron Rodgers. They've offered him, they've tendered him a contract. They give him a 10% raise. It's on his table right now, or it's in his cave right now, wherever Aaron is. But they're not playing with him anymore. They're saying, here's your contract. We're not going to have our franchise being held hostage. They had the draft in Pittsburgh. If he had any integrity or any sense of team duty, he would have showed up to the draft. He'd have walked his silly tail out there on that stage and either announced the pick or maybe with a teammate made an appearance. It was in Pittsburgh. He's got no shame, and they've had enough, and I'm finally glad. And I used to be an Aaron Rodgers fan. I can't get my mind around this guy. He's 40. He's going to be 42, and he seems to think he's 32. And he's been treated like he's 32, but not anymore. He had a good year, but he can't have many more good years. He might have a few good games left. Let him be someone else's problem. They've got Howard in development, and now they've got Aller, and they've still got Rudolph. And they don't care about winning this year.
I would agree with that.
They're going for the future.
Finally,
Pittsburgh is getting their tail out of the quarterback junkyard, and they're not going to tow any more quarterbacks to their lot and try to put tires and an engine on. They're going to go young.
I do think Pittsburgh walked into this draft, and I agree with everything that you said there. I do have an Aaron Rodgers story that anytime his name comes up, I have to tell this. But I'll get to that in a second. I do think Pittsburgh walked into this, especially with them putting that the exclusive rights thing, which
USA tender or whatever.
You never see teams do that.
I've never heard of it.
I've heard of it. It just doesn't happen very often. It's kind of a, for lack of a better way to put it, it's kind of a power move.
Yeah.
It is.
We're in control here.
Yeah.
And I don't think Aaron's had that in quite some time.
Good.
And I feel like Pittsburgh went into this draft and they said, you know what? We know Mason Rudolph ain't it. But Mason Rudolph can have a role in the room as the vet.
Sure.
And so we bring in Aller. We've already got Will Howard, who Pittsburgh fans love.
Oh, God, do they? Yeah, Will Howard.
I'm not there, but you know what? It's at least a plan.
Right.
It's a lot better than the Jets had. Look, I was covering the Jets when Aaron Rodgers was there. I had one, and everybody says that. I will tell you this, and I'm not trying to defend the guy. I don't really know him from Adam's house cat. I had the one interaction that I'm getting ready to tell you, and it I'm not going to say it made me biased. It's just I don't see a lot of players do what I'm getting ready to say. So the Jets did the combo practice, the joint practices.
Oh yeah, with the Panthers. Yeah,
and I took my father is a lifelong Jets fan. I took him with me. He was my photographer. I cannot operate cameras. It's just I'm smart at what I'm smart at. I'm really stupid at what I'm stupid at. My dad is a photographer, so I brought him with me.
Oh, okay.
It's like, hey, Aaron Rodgers is here. Your excitement's up. He loved Rob Saleh. I knew Rob personally. Hey, we'll have a good time. So when you do that, they put these little tents to where the media guys, they're right off the practice field. You see these guys do the interviews. You can always tell the sun's behind them. It's because it's in a pop-up tent.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers did, 15 or 20 minutes for the media. He didn't say squat, but he comes off, and he and I had been on Zoom calls, and I guess I have an identifiable face. I do kind of look like a really fat Luke Combs. So I've never known why he walked up to me. But he walked up to my dad, and they sat there and talked for 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, just genuinely as nice of a guy as you'll ever see in the league. And it meant the world to my dad. He's been a fan since Namath. That's why with Rodgers, I'm just so skewed on I've seen you be a human. Why do you act like a robot so often? It doesn't make any sense to me.
And to further that, I hear so much about the teammates, and part of it could be player talk, whatever, but it seems like teammates are genuinely bought into Aaron Rodgers as far as they love him.
They do.
Who was that?
You're right.
What was that receiver's name? Alan Lazard.
Oh, God.
Alan Lazard, I swear to you, would put on a battle helmet and pick up a bayonet to go to war with Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
He did not do one presser with the Jets the entire time he was there that I was covering that.
Yeah.
That he ever said anything that wasn't glowingly positive about Rodgers. And for me, it almost infuriates me more. There are guys in the league. There are guys in this league that I know are straight up jackals.
Yeah.
There is no nicer way for me to say it. They're terrible people. There are 7 names that are literally on the tip of my tongue. I'm not going to say any of them, but if you've listened to me for more than 15 seconds, you probably figure out who they are. They're terrible people. They're just not friendly. They're socially awkward. They don't know how to do these things. Aaron Rodgers does. I watched him do it in a situation where he could have walked clean by us and acted like we didn't exist.
Yeah.
And nobody would have batted an eyelash. And he stopped to do the human thing, but then he acts like a robot when he gets into contract negotiations. It blows my mind.
Well, he's a complex guy. He's definitely intelligent. I'm not disputing that. And he's obviously a deep thinker wherever he goes to do his deep thinking. But you're right. No team Well, the only other instance I can think of a power play someone used on him was when the Packers drafted Jordan Love, and then they let Aaron Rodgers continue to be the starter. But when they saw what Jordan Love could do, they were more than willing to let Aaron Rodgers walk. And I really think Aaron Rodgers, he got in his feelings about that, and because he thought he was going to retire and end his career with Green Bay. It didn't work out. But now what I heard today was, I wasn't even aware of this, Nathaniel Hackett, one of his guys, is the OC in Arizona. And Arizona is not going anywhere. They're not going to win the NFC West, not with Seattle, not with LA. But it's a landing spot for him if they want to give him a golden parachute to come land in Phoenix and finish his career. He's gonna get looks. My gosh, I don't know if Mac Jones is coming back with San Francisco. I would think so. They should, because in my opinion, he's every bit as good, if not better, than Purdy. Yeah, I said that.
John Lynch looked me in my eye and said there was nothing an NFL team could or would offer that would get Mac Jones from them.
I wouldn't either, because he's too valuable. They won last year with him. I'm not a Purdy guy.
I'm not either.
I'm not a pretty guy or a Purdy guy. But Aaron Rodgers, there's every coach. That's why he ended up in Pittsburgh. Him and Mike Tomlin used to make Google eyes at each other when he was with Green Bay. They used to give these longing looks like, "Oh, I wish I could play for you." Well, he did play for Pittsburgh, and now here's where we are. But somebody's going to give him a shot. He's still got skills when he's healthy, but getting back to Pittsburgh. Yeah, I like what they did in the draft.
You should.
They didn't get their guy. They got blocked out by Philly for that receiver. But after I saw that receiver's, I don't know the way he acted and the way I was like, really? I don't know if he'd have fit in Pittsburgh anyway. I think they went ahead and drafted an offensive lineman, which they need. They needed so many things.
Yeah.
So I like what they did, and we'll see where they go. Pittsburgh's doing something they haven't ever done. They're going old coach, proven old coach, but a young team. Pittsburgh is not usually Pittsburgh goes young coach, and we're going to give him a lifetime contract, and we're going to wait till he fails, and we'll get rid of him. They're going a different direction. I'm glad they're doing it.
I will say what you said about Mekhi Lemon. I was one of the harder ones on him coming out from the combine because I was there, and I did think that you have had a substance of some kind. I don't know what, but then I saw him we did the Special Olympics combine, and he was engaged, and he was absolutely fantastic with those kids. And then he opened his mouth, and he sounded exactly how he did at the combine. And I went, maybe he just talks like that. I don't know. Yeah. It's very odd.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a persona or something.
I don't know. But I will say, whoever told him to wear sunglasses at the draft, you should give that guy a nice bonus, because it did make you look way less whatever it was that you were at the combine.
Well, I'm not a big sunglasses guy for a draft or an indoor situation, but it might have covered up whatever substance he might have had. But I wish him well, and whatever. But Philadelphia, if they don't win a game, it'll suit me. I can't stand the Eagles.
I'm not gonna lie. I have some issues with Eagles fans more, and the coach is one of those that I was referring to earlier.
I've had it up to here with them and the Chiefs. I can't, but I know the Chiefs are going to come back. I know they're going to be fine. They filled some holes in the draft, and of course Mahomes will come back healthy. If not healthy, he'll be ready by week. He's supposed to be ready by training camp. He's supposed to be healthier, and then probably get some preseason stuff going, and then he'll be good to go in September. But they're just not my bag. The whole what they have come to be. I'm just not with it.
I have a pretty good source